My friends, what is the name of this city? If you said Istanbul, not Constantinople, then you know that this is nobody's business but the Turks. Today we will start deep in the steppe as an ogre's nomad, revive Attila's Hunnic culture, and then take over our birthright. Let's see how it goes. In this here house, my friends, we Surkmen are in control. This is base Surkmen of the Surkmen Ogres, and today we're going to do something fun. We're going to engage with something that you all have probably not engaged with in ages, the Iranian intermezzo. I want to talk a little bit about the Seljuks, which don't exist here. They spawn in canonically and then do literally nothing with their troops, but we're going to play as them and hopefully take over Persia proper. Now, Surkmen here isn't too terrible. He's an amateurish plotter, vengeful, wrathful, callous, good stuff all around. His stats actually are very impressive. Except, of course, we sadly live in a severe drought. Yeah, we're going to leave this place. Ooh, and apparently we are a sweet talker that also likes to have a bit of a dungeon there. Well, those two things do go together. Now, like I said, we are currently in a bad spot. We have a severe drought right here. It does suck, and because of this, I would like to migrate. What do we have over here? We've got 83, that's pretty good. It is a shepherd, makes us, of course, a vassal of the Khazars. We're gonna head on over here. We're just gonna enjoy a much better fertility and, of course, everlasting summer. Those are some good modifiers for sure. Good stuff. This was, of course, very normal. They really have this pegged when it comes to this gameplay system. There is a bunch of stuff that I personally wouldn't really enjoy that is worthy of criticism, I think. But yeah, obviously, if we have better pastures, then we're going to go there, even if that means that we are moving out of the normal area in which we were in, and most notably, of course, become a vassal of somebody else. With this guy's troops, we're just going to become a tributary. A place to call home. These lands pay diligently tribute to Kagan Manasseh. I will respect this. We have no suzerain guarantee, low prestige transfer, normal herd. It's not too bad of a contract, so I think we will be fine. We are now in a great county. We have everlasting summer. We just got to bring up that control. Now, a big question here for us is who do we marry? It's not like we have a great choice. Nobody gives us an alliance here. As is, yeah, that is not too great. I think I'm going to go with a Hale woman. To be an ogre means to be powerful. We have to be strong in the steppe. So I'm going to go ahead and breed that into our dynasty, if we can at the very least. The Elugazi is a very important position because it makes other court positions better. My wife can definitely be the person to do this here. Now, if I take in where we are, we have Pecheneg neighbors. Very interesting. We are very close, actually, to the Khazars. We now have a little bit of ogre stuff going on here, and you are independent and somehow have more troops than I do. Come on. How are you doing in actual growth? Yeah, he's bad. Maybe sooner rather than later I will overcome him and then can take a second county. I do, of course, have a pretty good intrigue skill. I'm gonna try to steal this guy's herd. Oh, of course, he's already on redouble guards. My god, this... Oh, you are wasting my time in this game sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna steal from this guy then. How about this? It says it's very easy. It looks very easy. Do I get some people joining? I do. I can't even convince a couple of other folks. I'm gonna give, yeah, see, this is what I mean about the scheme rework. Why do I care whether his wife and Stargazer has a hook on me? So I'm obviously going to give you a hook on me. Who asks? Oh, yep, this is worrisome. This lowborn will have a hook on me. This is definitely, I'm spending a lot of, I'm doing a lot of stuff here that could be dangerous for us. Definitely not something that I will immediately forget about because it means nothing. Now we do need 2,500 in herd here. Good to know. How much does it cost me to actually upgrade some of these? I want horse archers as quickly as I can, and for this I need money. So we are trying to steal herd, and I think it would be a great idea if simultaneously I try to get some money by just trying to capture a couple of people. Let's raid. Migration displaces fellow tributary. Okay, I don't care about that. Good luck. Bro, this dude back home is like, I'm not paying you tribute. Who do you think you are? Oh, he got displaced anyway. That is so funny. Okay, well, I guess you don't have to pay tribute anymore. See you later, pal. Oh, and we found a wolf. You know I have to go on a hunt. Let's get out there. Let's get that wolf. Tanri Vermis assembles the party as the sun rises over the camp in the grasslands near Surkmen Ogres. Let's see if the rumors were true. And that is huge. We can get furs here. And technically I could increase my chance, but I need that money more. Early game money here is so important as a nomad because this is now the thing that allows me to hire horse archers. Super good. And I shot a bird. Get absolutely hammered. We hate birds in this house. Wait, did I just discover an exploit? Let me check something. If I raise all as raiders, Are you seeing this? Wait, is this an exploit? If I raise all his raiders, I only spend money. If I disband all of them, suddenly it costs me herd? Okay, dude. I guess you're not spending herd on it. Thanks. Cheers, mate. What the hell was that? Okay. Anyway, back to business. We ride after the wolf. And we did capture it. Now the big question is, should I risk it all? No air in sight. I'm gonna bring it down myself. If I die, my friends, I die. I lived! I am a god amongst men. Truly a wolf pawn. That is the good stuff. And I'm going to keep the wolf fangs, obviously, as a memento. Oh yeah, that is a great outcome right here. That is, my god, this is crazy. That amount of dread is just insane from nothing. I keep getting questions, by the way, where people are like, how the hell do you get this? It's literally just a message setting. So what you do is you click right here and then you can decide where it pops up. And I got tired of missing when my domicile buildings could be upgraded again. So, hey, you can set this. It pauses the game if you wanted to. It's really useful and it is in vanilla. And now I will steal your herd, my friend. Let's execute this. We got a 90% chance. I mean, surely, there you go. That is what I'm talking about. It's not a lot of herd, but I'll take it. I'll take any herd that I can get. Now, why don't we take a gander at where we have... Ooh, look at this fella. That is a great province up there. Both of these, actually. This one is really bad. Me claiming it wouldn't really change too much there. If I attacked you, I could surely do this, right? And yes, indeed, I can. I am going to take your province. You got nothing. I got everything. I am great, and you suck. Beyuluch. I will destroy you. And now that I'm thinking about it, my wife... I would like to sleep with you, because I don't have an heir. And speak of the devil, my stargazer is immediately pregnant. Very nice. Now the battle itself here should be pretty simple. We are fighting in bad terrain, that is true, but we have more troops and more importantly, we're the only ones that have any semblance of men-at-arms. Oh, that was way closer than I thought it would be, but we did succeed. God bless America. Let's siege it down, finish the war, and win. Oh, and I am getting dementia. I have become possessed. Possessed. By the will of the Suckman. We must lead this dynasty to glory. That is how I'm going to frame this. I've tried to keep it from people, tried to hide it, but it is hard to control something that comes and go as it pleases. I'm insane. But is it really insane, wanting to be cool? I don't think so, pal. We are going to conquer all of Persia. That is what the message that we're getting here, with the possession of base Suckman. Oh, and apparently we're facing a holy war right here, Jesus. What are you doing, Vali Hashim? I guess I'll destroy you. I mean, if I have to. And what the hell is this? Now, this guy is also coming for me. I don't think so, man. I'm gonna crush you. Oh, and Kagan Manasseh II is trying to force Khazarism on us. That is interesting, because it was a religion of the elite in the Khazar Empire, at least as far as we understand it. They're the only ones that really took to it. Everybody else, well, they don't really live in too well an organized society. We even have, of course, long periods, and long periods after the Christianization of Western Europe, for example, where effectively there were still a ton of pagans and so on and so forth. So it makes perfect sense that here in the steppe, this wouldn't really penetrate too deep into society. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not doing this. We are staying Tengri because I already know what we're doing later. It's called Asharism. How much money do I get from you? I get legitimacy. This is all nice. Oh, 51 bucks. You are amazing. That is so huge for us. And it even means that I can now increase my dominance after I dissolve my troops. That is genuinely big. Because it does now mean that I am very quickly, might I add, without doing too much raid abuse here, okay? Without that, I would be in a position where I can technically start dominating things. Now, I am a tributary, which means that I am not allowed to do that, apparently. I might just migrate away. I think what I need to do right now is just, you know, to raid. Oh, the guy that I just defeated as he was raiding me now declared a war against me. What is this? Just a conquest? Okay, I'll beat you. No problem. I don't know what is going on with the AI. He's just standing there. Is he expecting me to attack him over the rivers? He's like, I am a genius. I think every single crossing here is a river crossing into this province. I'm like, I'm just gonna siege you down. First they were like, I'm just gonna camp out on the ocean. I don't know what to tell you. AI's being kind of weird, but if I win, I win. Well, that was easy. We didn't have a single battle. Don't worry about it, pal. You're a loser. Oh, and we got the cold zoot. Let me check this. How are the other regions of the steppe? Oh, yeah, okay. It sucks over here. The eastern steppe is great. I don't think I'm gonna go make it over there, though, so I guess I can just migrate within anywhere in this territory. Oh man, the migration rules of this can be so stupid. What I mean here is that I can't migrate right now into this. This is what I was targeting because I made you into one of my vassals, which is really sucky because, hey, this should have just meant that I can make it there and she just concedes that I get to live here. But okay, whatever. I think it is time now that we return into the central steppe where we used to be. Let me double check this, right? So that's pretty bad. This is the cold zoot. That's not good. This one is even worse. You know what? Screw it. I'm going there anyway. I want to return to the center of the Ogres because I am pretty powerful now. And I think we can start doing some major raids, maybe some military assistance into more civilized territories. And yeah, the Abbasid Caliph is falling apart, which is good news for us, I guess. We're going to migrate directly into the Ogres. They have decent land. I think we can take this over in due time. It's just this guy and like his ally. Don't worry about it too much. We should win this pretty easily. Wait, what is happening right now? Why didn't the war start? I already did this. Huh? I don't know. Let me go over there, pal. What's the issue, man? Okay, well, I don't know. I guess I'm not going there. I'm not allowed. It's illegal. Can't do that, I guess. Okay. Somehow, Iltaba Bozok has found a way to block me out. He is the true Ogres. He does not suck men in his territory. Unfortunate. I'm dying. It's not that terrible. Let me just make sure that we're gonna have a decent succession. That's... Oh, yep. See? You gotta check. This dude... Oof. Yeah, they make you pay a lot these days with negotiate obedience, huh? Kind of... OP. Oh, I tested it. Okay, I tested it just to test it one more time whether I can actually migrate there. And now it triggered the war. I don't know what blocked it previously, but I'll take it. The land now sucks, but at least I am back closer to Persia. And that's where we need to be. And there you go. It is over. After all, he actually managed to migrate back into Ogres territory. Does this directly give me the duchy? Ah, yes. I would hope it does. And indeed it did. We are the Khazars. Obviously, we are not the Khazars, but don't worry about it. We're 74, we're very, very old. I might just stop paying tribute because we are pretty far away from you, to be honest with you. The Sökmen Ogres, as our last act, I think, as Iltaba Sökmen here, have become independent. Now, we are over the limit. It is what it is. I'm just going to grant this to somebody. That's fine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the white zoot is just so bad, and I like this. It means it makes it very, very dire. You want to migrate away from here. I'm not gonna. It is what it is, but that's good. Okay, I like this. So this counteracts us directly because we're essentially looking at land that will be infertile no matter what happens. Why don't I go ahead, though, and try to make everybody into a tributary nonetheless. And during that war, Sökmen has died. Ertuğrul is now taking over, 15 years old, almost old enough to rule in his own name. A skilled tactician. That is good enough. This will make it so that we can raid, that we can go to war, and we can trust his ability to do it, because he has become a true commander of the steppe. Ertuğrul here. Now I find this very interesting, because the way... Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Because the way I see this is, we essentially have a really good reason to look and push southward, be it raiding-wise, be it living-wise, because, well, our territory really sucks. When is it going to change, by the way? That is 887, 2 years. And either of those would be amazing. So I'm open to any of these. Okay, let's go beat these guys up. I'm going to command this by myself every time. I am the horror of the steppes, and I will make it known. And Jesus, he really has good stats. I have to use this guy's capabilities. And that is a big one. We are getting everlasting summer. Thank God. Now, taking in our surroundings, it is... Oh. It is very obvious that Persia is... On the other hand, much more interesting, the Samanids are infighting. I am going to do our very first venture into, well, everything down there, and we're going to start raiding massively. The idea being, I want to get a taste for what the Silk Road is like. Take a look at Bukhara. It is at a major road, and it is so beautiful. We need to raid all of this. And here we are raiding. We're even going for Khojand itself. Yeah, there is a lot of good stuff going on here. And eventually, oh, we're gonna be hungry enough, I think, to go even further south. This is the story at the end of the day, if you think about it as well, right? There is just so much prosperity, so that is why you get pressure going into that direction. Very same story, of course, for the Vikings as well, pushing into the west, pushing into this entire, and I like this a lot, but okay, pushing into this entire region just because there is a lot of wealth to be had. And man, it might mean that I have to invade properly going forward. Oh. And of course, they turned Manasseh II into a great conqueror. Ooh, okay, that's not good. If he comes for me, I'll just surrender. That is, you can't beat that. Not in the position that we are in. But maybe I have to shoot my shot. For some reason, a common foe unites us. I'm not sure who that might be, to be honest with you. But this would most certainly be a really good blood brother alliance. Come on. 32%, he rejected it! I have become irritable. And you know what? In revenge, I'm gonna beat you up. That's exactly right. I'm gonna show up at your court and say you rejected me. Not like this, buddy. My form is excellent. Manasseh's stance is failing. Oh, just like his empire going forward. Victory. We have wounded him and he's now my rival. You know, now that I think about this, maybe turning a great conqueror into my rival wasn't the best idea. It is what it is. And I see what is happening here. We are looking, it seems, at the confederation. What is the name of this confederation? It's the Karali Confederation. I will join. Let's stick together, folks. Together. We can keep Manasseh II from coming for us, okay? I believe. Live or die, side by side. I didn't even know that this was possible. We got a herder right here, and he's being attacked in a retaliation war. How? How is that possible? He doesn't have any troops. This, very odd. That's all I can say. Oh, and he died. It's so over for the Khazars. Who are you? Oh, you're still so powerful. You got decent stats. He's not great. I don't know what just happened. What is this? So I was fighting the guy that ruled over this territory, and then it invalidated my war. And this guy still has that same old guy as the leader. Is he migrating right now? Is that what it is? How did he do that while at war? That doesn't work that way. If you click here, though, it's a different guy. I don't know. Oh, and they killed my brother Sökmen in battle. I need his head. This Sökmen head is good. It's really good. We did win the battle, so I feel like it was worth fighting, even if Sökmen died. We have grown. We have fought. And I think now is the time that we come closer to civilization, or else I'm just gonna run out of Iranian intermezzo. So, my idea here is that we're going to go towards Karaboga. Take a look at this. Yep, they have 2,400 troops. I think we'll be fine. I can almost even win them over. That's fine. I want the entire duchy here. And then we're going to start terrorizing all those that lie beyond it. Let me just double check this. No, okay, this is part of the steppe, so I'm not migrating out of it by accident. The good news is as well that I have become a pretty good commander. I am an aggressive attacker now and a rough terrain expert, which will be great in Persia proper. Because having horses in Persia proper is, yeah, it's kind of sucky. Let's fight them right here as attackers as well. That is not even close to a full wipe. Interesting. Easy clap. Folks, we have taken over this new land. It is good land. And although we don't have any control yet, we're gonna get events sooner rather than later. And most importantly, oh, we are so close now to the dynasties down here to the south, to the Afrigites and so on. Let us take Gurgen. This is a great county to take. You can see right here it has, of course, this special building, the Great Wall of Gorgon. And us taking it, it was built against the nomads. Well, it is poetic. And now this will, of course, also bring in a ton of money. I will destroy every last piece of civilization that we can find here, except, I guess, the wall itself, but still, you get the drill. Now, let me check this, right? If I temporarily move my location into Gurgen, what does that look like? There we go. Wait, the Great Steppe? No, that's the wrong one. I meant the Iranian intermezzo. There we go. We got him. Okay. You know, we just need to conquer right here. We can turn all of this. What the hell is this? Okay, it is what it is. Anyway, what I was going to say is that we need to go ahead and we need to start turning people into tributaries, taking things over directly, so on and so forth. Oh, and we now finally get the event as well. We are now a detractor of the Caliphate. If I want to become involved, I might have to hybridize. I think I have to, yeah. And the Seljuks have arrived in the Iranian intermezzo. I mean, that much is clear. We are definitely a game changer now. He is not above Danid, by the way. Do we? Oh, yeah, there is still above Danid right there. Interesting. Okay, we have a lot of folks active here. And you know what? Let's take this in. Masdayan is pretty active. Zaidi has taken the east, it seems. I don't see any Maturidism, which normally is like what you get out of this kind of stuff. Ashari, going strong. Obviously, there are no Fatimids, so there is no Ismailism. But all that means is, I'm just going to keep going here, because we can claim more and more locations, and I can just start tearing them down. This will make us so much money. I think raiding is no longer really necessary. What you do instead is just, well, tear it down for the money gain. Technically, a lot of people will hate me because I have so much, so much over my domain limit, but that just doesn't matter. So, sorry, but who cares? Let's just keep conquering. What I don't like is, of course, that I am pushing us very quickly towards the concession phase because of how much I'm conquering. Yeah, lose a title within the struggle region to an interloper or an uninvolved ruler. It really is funny, you know? I like that these seasons have such a massive impact now. There just are seasons where you get nothing out of your land. That is totally reasonable. That's cool, right? But that just means that, like, doing some stupid stuff like holding all of these directly and just tearing them down one by one every 5 years, that is like the optimal choice, and that feels odd, right? That's not just me that feels that way. Now, the interesting element, and this is very much akin to what we did in Egypt here in our Magyara playthrough, is that whenever you have somebody coming in with a different culture, with everything just being completely foreign, things get very iffy very, very quickly. What I mean there is, of course, that the Persians had just been experiencing a resurgence, right? We see classic dynasties right here, and I don't even know whether we still have any of them left over. The Bavdanids are one of the examples where you say, hey, these folks were restoring Persia that had been lost ever since the Islamic conquests. And then all of a sudden, you get an influence of the Turkic variety as well. The Ogres, very common, of course, or rather the Turkmen, very common in general. They were used as rulers in Egypt. They were used as rulers in various locations, for example, the Levant as well. But then the influence here over this newly resurgent Persia makes it so that Persia never becomes what it used to be. Not that that is a negative thing per se, but rather it becomes something completely new. And that very new thing doesn't happen, well, you know, just out of everybody being happy. It happens through violence. Like, for example, my conquest of Wali Hiemsal, who is an Ibadi Butre. How the hell did he make it over there? Well, I don't need to know, because I'm just gonna conquer him. The Seljuks themselves, much like any conqueror does it, let me just tell you that this is not an example of something unique or anything, but much like any conqueror, they essentially sat down and they took most of the infrastructure that already existed and left it in place. This is always going to be the case just because, well, that's the way it works. Why would you rip out something that is working already if you don't exactly have a better system at hand? Ah, that is a pretty good position right now. We have taken more land down here. Of course, we are still getting some from there. Currently, we are getting 0 in nomadic horde. The reason is, of course, very simply put, that we are over the domain limit. Currently, that's okay by me, because what I'm doing is just building an army, and I'm doing this by raising all the stuff that I am holding, which means that I get more money. Man, and now that I look at this, I need to know whether the Hunnic heritage one always gives you a claim on Khazari, because that would mean that you always kind of come out of this with a claim to become a nomad emperor. I gotta test it, I think. And you know what, now that I look at this, I'm actually gonna hand this stuff over. I did tear it down, but I think we can make this a family business. We're going to give this to our brothers and so on. They are also nomads, at least when I give it to them. I'm gonna keep this northern part. I like it. It is, you know, outside of the mountains, and maybe more importantly, that will bring me down significantly in my holdings. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna tear this stuff down to be completely nomadic, but other than that, I think we're just gonna start handing things over. We raise it once, then we hand it over. You know the drill, making it hopefully so that, by and large, I won't be suffering too much from this penalty. The idea, of course, is that when the Seljuks arrived, well, they did use the old power structures. Oh, and I see that you have become... You're no longer a tributary, isn't that nice? We're gonna make that happen, of course, but the idea is we take over the old power structure and, other than that, implement our own by putting in our family. We are Turkic, much like the power structure of the Sacral Kings, so the Dual Kings is, and I can't stop looking at this, by the way, it's so... I mean, this isn't good. I don't know why it's penetrating Bulgaria, but this is so nice. Anyway, the idea being that they also had several rulers, and supposedly the Seljuks actually had a triumvirate, which means that they had 3 leaders that were actively bringing this nation together and bringing it to glory. And that's pretty interesting if you think about it, because you don't have this dynamic in-game at all, but I can basically act like it. I can name my brothers, my children, and so on with important titles, so that we all get to benefit out of the position that we are in. I can tell you this right now, the nerfs definitely changed some stuff. It's not as easy, it is still pretty easy just because you can blob like crazy. However, you kind of have a fairer ground when fighting. I am still not at 10,000 hurt, which would have been so easy with the adventures in the past there. However, I am also like wiping everything, so how easy or how difficult it is, I mean, you'll be the judge. Now, okay, fair enough, you know what, actually I'm lying obviously, because we do benefit greatly from the fact that if you do it like this, when your troops are raised and you increase the regiment of your troops, then that costs you no hurt, so we are kind of circumventing a lot of the stuff going on there, I think, by accident. And there goes the city of Bukhara. My warriors will never stop fighting, they will never stop winning. This region is ours, my friends. If you are not sucking men, then I don't know what to tell you. It's clearly the recipe for success. Oh no, but we will be seeing... Oh, that's terrible. We will be seeing the end of the Iranian intermezzo. I am missing the deadline. Since I am a detractor of the Caliphate, I actually get a bonus. Look at that. Oh my god. Yeah, that's going to be real beneficial for us. All independent involved rulers gain a 50-year truce with each other. Luckily, we are only interlopers, so that doesn't count for us. Good to know. All of them will be peaceful, and I can sweep them up. Man, the timeline for the Iranian intermezzo really sucks. This needs to run another 50 years, maybe. The fact that it ends this quickly, it's just... It's not good. This is not how fast the Seljuks showed up. But you know what? Can't stop me just kind of winning, I guess. I might as well progress. There it is. The Sunni Caliphate concedes. After years of fruitless struggles and bitter woes, Caliph Abdallah has at least been forced to concede. I have to assume. Yep, doesn't count for me. I don't care about this. Look at this. All these folks right here, right? They're all involved. They have these truces, yada, yada, yada. I don't remember asking. Oh, and we have a great conqueror in the neighborhood. I mean, you know what that means. I have to take that guy's stuff over, 100%. By which I mostly mean I will turn him into a tributary. And then we're going to turn westwards and actually start cleaning things up. Over here, we have mostly established our own dynasty. We have put those people down there. I think further down, I might just put local rulers, right? At the end of the day, what's wrong with that? If we get lucky here, then I don't even need to meet his troops in combat. They're somewhere down there. Oh, at 88%. We did not get lucky. Because then I could not wipe him. And instead he can keep blobbing. But the way it looks right now, yeah, we're going to be wiping him. And you know what? I kind of like the idea of doing that. I'm going to teach him a lesson. You call yourself Great Conqueror? That is pretty damn humiliating. What was that? I mean, Jesus Christ. Never... try that again, buddy. And with that, we have a pretty good, the ogres-looking network of tributaries to our east. It gives us, of course, a really good chunk of money there. Once we are at 10k, I can become indeed a king as well. Oh, Armenia is eating good tonight, by which I mean that I will be eating good tonight, because I'm raiding them. Wow, they are wealthy. Persia kind of sucks in comparison, huh? Look at us blob. But man, I cannot, all the time I'm looking over here, look at them. They're administrative, they're the HRE, they're crazy over here. You know, people just don't know what it's like. When you so quickly get your herd together, you are unchallenged, you are invincible, it is draining. People don't realize this, but it is draining when you just keep winning. You at some point just get tired of winning. What do you want me to say? Now I could, theoretically, move into conquered lands, but I'm not gonna do this. I think we're gonna dominate the Ogre's Ill. Am I not about to fight like everything here? That's a lot of territory. How does this... You know what? I'm gonna try it. Let's see what happens. I have so much money. Surely we can make this happen. So this war is against everybody. That's 11,000. You lied to me, video game. You very much lied to me. Okay, good to know. I think this is doable. Who is our main opponent? Let me double check this. It's this fella. Okay, he's not that far away. That's not that terrible. What the hell is this stuff? Why is there a separate Ogre's Confederation? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna ignore that. Don't worry about it. I pledge that I will win. Let's get some mercenaries right here. Ooh. I'm gonna hire, I think, the August Band of Karaboga. Absolutely. Let's crack some skulls, folks. Oh, baby. We have risen. Honestly, it wasn't that difficult. They came at us separately. And now, so I'm the king, and I have a bunch of tributaries, which is very nice. Nothing wrong with that. We're the Urgasil, which makes it so that I can actually start the Hunnic heritage legend, and now I need to find out. I need to know. I get a claim on the Bulanid August. Oh my god. Every time, no matter what you do, that legend gives you a claim on the Khazars. Every time. Which means you know it to be true. I have to do the dumbest thing possible. We're going to settle. We're going to start taking over more and more of Persia. And then for no reason whatsoever, we will become a nomad again. Under, of course, the beautiful Bulanid Oghuz. Well, in the future, I guess. The Bulanid Khazars. Why is it called Bulanid Oghuz here right now? You know? Oh, because he is Oghuz, but his group isn't. Alright, confusing names. We got Wallachia very strong. Good for you. Oh, and that is so interesting. The Abbasid Caliph actually still holds the goddamn empire. That's crazy. I can't believe that despite whatever this mess is, he still held on to it. Okay, you know what? We gotta change that. I'm going to go and use my Invade Kingdom CB against Mesopotamia. That is a huge chunk of land, and I really do want all of it. I easily have all of the prestige, so we might as well. Oh no, he's making the greatest mistake of his life. Yep. Phew. Sheesh, brother, you should not have done that. And there it is. 20 months, beat them 1,000,000 times over the head, and it's over. Mesopotamia is indeed mine, and most importantly, Baghdad proper. Oh, I love Baghdad so much. I already know what you guys are doing. You're like, oh, this is already so silly. What can he do that this video continues to run yet on? And I'm gonna be honest with you, we're gonna do some real silly stuff. Okay, we're goofy guys out here, and what we're gonna do first is, of course, we need to get up our herd. That is not nearly enough. And, oh my god. Hey, don't get me demonetized. How do we do this? Well, I mean, you guessed it, right? We shall be raiding, and oh my god, wait a minute. Oh, I read Fatimid. I was like, no way. Did the Fatimids? And no, they didn't. They never do. Now, before I do anything else, the House of Wisdom in Baghdad. Oh, I actually did raise it. I didn't know you would raise the actual thing. Okay, there you go. I have destroyed it. Sadly, the city is still here. I would have to manually remove the model. And come on, it just looks too good. Don't be ridiculous. Oh, it's raisin time, baby. It is raisin time. Right, now to get more herd, what do we do? Right, oh yeah, you know what? I just claimed something over here and then we start a Western tour. Still the most ridiculous thing, but if you can do it, well, it's legal, right? I don't even know, man. Why are you still chaotic? No, you know, nobody knows. It is what it is. Oh my god, I love an Italy that has been fully built up. Get out of my way. I'm trying to look at Florence as I raid it. Come on. That's the least you can do for me here, right? Show me Florence as it gets raided. How much is the Pope worth? Oh, that's some real money down there. Oh, that's some real money down there. Oh, and there he is. Yapko Yinal has taken over. Did I get a... no negative action, huh? We didn't get a negative consequence, despite it saying we would. So you know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. Rah, 283 bucks. You know I gotta get that. You know I gotta get that. Where the hell did I get this magnificent throne? Oh, we stole it from the Pope. I think this is it. We just delivered raid loot here. 30,813. Oh my god. Okay, now with this change, we are where I need to be. Because now I can dominate the title of the Persian Empire. What? What? Why is he defending against that? Why is the Khan... Why is the Khan of the Bulanid Khazar? Oh, he actually does hold land in the Persian Empire. That is so funny. Now, here's the deal, though. He is busy. So I'm going to go ahead and declare this. Screw it. Let's see where we land here. I think we got plenty of money. I think we can win. That's a lot of people we're facing. I mean, don't get me wrong here. I still think we can win this. But yeah, that's going to be pretty hefty. Sorry, folks, but we caught you. And I think, yep, that is the death of you. Oh, no, and you're coming in? Oh, you shouldn't have. Thank you for the present of all of your troops being dead. They can't stop themselves. They're all just running into my way dying. Damn, that's unfortunate, buddy. Oh, and there's the real Seljuk. Wait a minute, Davut. No, wait a minute. We don't need you. I'm already here. We're already doing this, buddy. He could now try to fight me. And I might just do this. But you know what? I don't know. Let's turn him into a vassal. Ogres and ogres increases. We love one another and ourselves, I guess. Welcome to the party, pal. I never know where the war goal is with this stuff. You know that? Like, is it the main enemies' territories in Persia? I'm not sure. I'm holding all of my stuff here anyway. Sieged a couple of things there, sieged this, and yet it's ticking against us. We're just sieging faster than that ticking war score, so I'll keep going. And there it is. That's this war won. Let's see what happens. Did we... Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, what the hell is this? Why... Oh, it's the... Okay, that's really stupid. We have become the Emperor of Persia. And that is gorgeous, because it now means that I can finish this legend. We're almost at 300. What happens if I wait? Nothing that we care about, right? Oh, that's cool. We can actually pick the heritage and language from the legendary culture should I be diverging the ogres, which is really neat if you ask me. You know what? Let's leave this. I like that. There it is. That is 300 baronies. It's not pretty, but it is most of Persia and Mesopotamia, so that seems pretty good. Increased quality, and then I can immediately, of course, this is it, go ahead and complete it, making it so. And I still think this is the weirdest legend because it doesn't make any sense whatsoever that I now have a claim on Khazaria. My friend, how are we gonna settle this issue? I think I need to release him as a tributary, and then I can do it. So, I guess I'm gonna lose a little bit here. Let's rush in there. Let's do it. Why not, right? We are going to lose, of course, a level of fame. I just feel like I don't really care. Let's go in there. Khazaria is mine. I don't even know where all these prisoners are coming from. Are you giving me like war score or something? No? Okay, in this case, I can sell all of them. I've defeated him once. I mean, we literally just were here. I don't see how we can possibly lose this. That was a way harder battle just because he had so many more people on his side. I don't even know where... You know what? He's facing a lot of opposition here. I'm just gonna... Let's just keep sieging him while we have a million sons for whatever reason. You think I can tear down Baghdad as a whole? Oh yeah, okay. So the city model stays there. Of course, that is modded. That makes sense. But the House of Wisdom is gone. Not to mention, this is just a nomadic settlement. This is the lifestyle of a nomad. If you think what I'm doing doesn't make any sense, then let me tell you. Sweaty, read a book. This is just history. Oh, we found him. And they're coming for me. Okay, he has a command advantage of 48. Let's see how that goes. Oh no. Oh buddy. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. That must have been so embarrassing. I don't know why you walked into me. You're at 99%, one more siege, and the goose is cooked. And the goose, my friends, is cooked. This is real weird. I don't know what this is. Here's what comes next. And this is, again, we're just emulating history, okay? This is literally historically accurate. I will diverge ogres. I will pick Hunnic. And I am Hunnic. That is true. That is literally what it is. We are the Suckman. The Hunnic-Suckman divergence. We Suckman in this house. Where are my Huns? Did I not... Where are they? Did I create them anywhere at all? They're nowhere. Oh, that's not. Okay. It's because I didn't hold a single ogre's country myself, I think, right? All of these counties are not my possession in this one. So I basically diverged, and now I'm the only person who is a Suckman. We Suckman, and we do it all in our own time, it seems. Now listen, there has to be a worthy end to this complete nonsense, and I know what it is going to be. We are going to overrun a kingdom. That's right. I will rush into... The Romans are going to hear us roar, by which I mean throat sing. And you know what? Where should we go here? I wish I could invade the empire itself, but that's fine. I think I gotta get Constantinople, right? It's Istanbul, not Constantinople, and that is nobody's business but the Turks. And you know what? I'm gonna farm a little bit of prestige here, just so that I don't take the penalty. And now that I have this land up here conveniently, I'm going to go ahead and come from the north, much like the real Huns. I am the new Attila, Etzel. I have arrived. You know what, where am I? I'm not a terrible commander, I can do this. I believe in Yenal the Hammer. And now, of course, in the shortest amount of time possible, and with all the plagues in the world around me, apparently, Constantinople will fall. Oh, you jewel of the world, you apple of my eye. I will rename you to Istanbul, not Constantinople. I have no idea where his troops are. I'm finding like this guy, I guess, but... where are your real troops? You have so many troops, brother. I guess he also has like a number of wars, but I really just feel like the AI should virtually always focus on me. Are you seeing what I'm doing? I'm taking over Thessalonica. That is including your capital. And you are nowhere. Oh, there they are. Oh, baby. It's over for you. You are cooked. Who are you? I'm trying to migrate over here, man. 98%. It is just one more siege. And I will be able to finish the kingdom. To finish the Byzantines. The Hunnic Turkmens, my friend, are overrunning the kingdom of Thessalonica. Oh, and Sweden was in this. What the hell are you even talking about, man? Alright. Let's get that bread. The Turkmen have been settled. A home beyond the steppe. The Hunnic Turkmen. Yeah, there we go. We have settled the entire area. That is exactly how it went historically. Now, the funny part about this is indeed, look at this. We now have Zaporizhia under the Yapta teams, apparently. We have Persia completely in tatters. And then over here, we got the Seljuks, the real and actual Seljuks, who never got to conquer ever, because they became my vassal. But it doesn't really matter, because we have done what needed to be done. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Beautiful stuff. I know it's ahistorical, okay? I just love to be rude to Greekaboos. No. But okay, with all that being done, this was the real historical story of how the Oghuz migration took place. They declared themselves the Huns, and, well, that is where you get modern-day Turkey. Thank you for tuning in. It was, as always, insane. More videos to come, and I'll leave you right here. I'll see you later. Alligator.